Ervan, Fuere, welcome back in Macedonia. What's the reason this time to be here with us?
Thank you for welcoming me here. It is to participate for the 7th time in the Vodici Ribari, the swim in Ohrid, and I greatly enjoy this tradition, and it's another example of the traditions that Macedonia has and that distinguishes Macedonia in many respects, so I'm very happy to.
Well, Ervan, recently you were mentioned in the statement of the Irish presidency. What was so important that the Irish presidency decided to mention you within this statement?
Yes. Well, this was in response to a fabricated report, a rumor fabricated by CITEL, which was really quite disgraceful, and it was an example of propaganda which unfortunately damages the image of Macedonia, and it was in response to that Ireland, the Irish government decided that absolutely there must be a response to demonstrate that it was totally wrong and that they were trying to use this to undermine my reputation. So this.
Do you have an idea why somebody wants to ruin your reputation?
It's sad. Maybe they think that I'm threatening them. Why? I don't know. I'm there to help, and it's a shame because these sort of reports and blatant propaganda does not help, as I say, the image of Macedonia. And now all the member states are very much aware of this, and they will be extra careful in their dealings with the government media.
Ervan, public opinion recently has been divided about the role of the European Union, especially the European Commission here in Macedonia. Some saying that finally, after Fuere left, European Commission is not under influence of Ervan Fuere, so Commission is supporting the government. And the other are saying it's unfortunate that European Commission is supporting the government. So how do you comment this very divided public opinion about the role of the European Commission related with you somehow?
Yes. Well, with regard to me, of course, the government media always tried to suggest that I was writing the progress reports, which is not our role. We present to headquarters the objective assessment of the situation in the country, and it is for Brussels to take the policy decisions. But definitely I think that the approach which is being reflected now in the statements from the European Union side is a desire to really get the negotiations underway. And I can understand that, because there's no doubt that the sooner the negotiations for accession start, the greater will be the leverage of the EU over Macedonia. And for example, had the negotiations started a year ago and this terrible incident of the 24th of December had happened, that would have resulted in a suspension of the negotiations, without a doubt. So I guess that the European Commission's objective is really to try to demonstrate that now is the time. It's urgent that the negotiations start, because this will also be a way of putting pressure on the government to uphold and to respect the democratic standards, which are part of the criteria.
What is the fact is that since you're not here, the Commission is less critical towards government.
Well, I don't know. It's not for me to assess that, but it's true that for a year there was nobody here. There was no head of delegation. For a whole year there was a total void. And now there is a head of mission, and I'm sure that he's doing everything possible to maintain all the contacts and to convey the key messages to the government on the importance of the reforms. And I think it's important that the government also realizes that the member states must be convinced that all the reforms are being undertaken, so I think this is the challenge. Unfortunately, the name issue is hiding lots of things, and it's a very convenient instrument to divert attention from these very necessary reforms. So I don't have any other explanation for it.
EU is heavily engaged now in the process of negotiation to find the solution for the name issue. Do you think that this engagement of the Commission will move the things forward?
Well, I have to say that it's something that I recommended already in the past, that we should try to get involved, bearing in mind, of course, that there is in place a process, official process, the Nimitz mediation process of the UN, but that it was vital that the EU should get involved in order to try to push the process forward, to encourage a solution. So if the EU is going to get engaged finally, I think that's very good, and hopefully it will bring results, but we have to see.
The Greeks are not very enthusiastic about the role of the European Commission.
No, but I think the job of those who are involved is to try to convince both sides that of the necessity to find a compromise, because this stalemate, continuation of this stalemate, is helping neither Macedonia, neither the Greeks, neither the EU.
There is a clear determination of some of the important decision makers in Brussels to start a negotiation for accession with Macedonia. Do you think it was reflected in the December, the conclusion of the December Council? Do you think it is going to work this time?
Well, of course, the events of December, 24 December, do not help at all, and they raise questions about the democratic reforms and the state of democracy in Macedonia. I mean, those images that were relayed on television were absolutely shocking, and everybody who wants to help Macedonia felt really desperate to see that. So it's urgent for the government to repair that damage. And what is needed is the government to take the initiative, to stretch out a hand of reconciliation to all the parties and to have a political dialogue.